former president, Jacob Zuma, is officially no longer an ANC member. This is after missing his 21-day deadline to appeal his expulsion. He faced a disciplinary for registering and campaigning for the Umkhonto weSizwe party in May. This was in the elections, and the ANC stating quite clearly that this was in breach of the ANC's constitution. Let's speak now to Veterans League President, Dr. Snuki Zikalala. Dr. Zikalala, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. There are those who are saying that this marks the end of an era, and if you go along with that kind of description, what kind of chapter would you say is closing in the ANC right now?
Well, good evening, Claudia, and good evening to your viewers. I think that this chapter is a chapter of renewal, saying that those who are undermining the organization, those who are using the organization as a stepping stone to ensure that they divide the organization, they have no place in the organization itself. And so those who are involved in counter-revolutionary activities, they don't have a home in the African National Congress. It's unfortunate that he did not appeal, but we heard that he was going to appeal. And so we have not heard from the Secretary General's office whether he has or he has not. But it closed a chapter now on those who destroyed the organization itself, because for him to have established MK Party, for him to have taken the legacy of MK and the ANC, it's nothing else but counter-revolution. And so the ANC lost more than 2 million because of his activities, because of his actions. And of course, we believe that his expulsion should have long been done. Unfortunately, fortunately, we as African National Congress believe in the rule of law, believe in processes. That is why he had to be processed properly. He had to be given a proper chance to defend himself. And of course, he was found guilty. And so we are saying that individuals who are still within the African National Congress were involved in counter-revolution in terms of ensuring that the ANC does not unite people, does not build an ethical organization. They don't have a room within the African National Congress. And so we are saying that that chapter is closed of him. And we, as the Veterans League, we just came out of a 2-day NEC meeting. We are determined and committed to unite the organization. We are determined and committed to rebuild structures of the organization from branch level. Yeah. Committed to ensure that you win the 2026 elections, because the previous elections were based on service delivery, which we failed to do as the African National Congress. And so we are saying that we are starting on a clean slate, ensuring that veterans are the ones who will be on the ground. Veterans are the ones who will make sure that they build the structures, they're involved in political education, especially of everybody in the ANC. There will be a mass political education within the African National Congress as from the 1st of September. Yeah. And so we are saying that those who are involved in counter-revolution of the ANC, they don't have space, they won't have room to maneuver within the ANC itself.
Yeah, you speak a lot about what this means for the ANC, and that those who are engaged, as you use the words, in counter-revolution don't belong in the ANC. But are you not limiting this only to the ANC and perhaps blinded to the fact that every president of the ANC, at least after 1994, that's ever been in charge, became part and parcel of the very fabric of society, as your party would often say that it is the leader of society? What should the message be to the South African society, which obviously would have been affected in one way or the other during the reign of President Zuma as leader of the country?
And of course, when he was supposed to testify, he defied the court itself, and it was a contempt of court that he ran away from the court itself, and which is treasonous. He's a person who went and sworn in judges. He's a person who says he abides by the constitution of the country. He took an oath of office when he was the president. But when it came for him to be accountable, he decided to run away. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in that every person must be given a right to defend himself. We are saying that as the African National Congress, we've learned a bitter lesson, and will ensure that every individual who becomes a member of the ANC and who is going to be part and parcel of this renewal program must be vetted so that we know who are these people who are joining the African National Congress. That words should match the implementation of what we are saying. And so that is why, as veterans, some of us are semi-pensioners. Majority of the people of veterans are people who are more than 60 years of age, and some of them want to retire, but you cannot retire when the movement is in crisis. And so we are saying that we, as the African National Congress, we currently grabbed the victory from the jaws of defeat. All that we are saying, we were defeated, but we grabbed that victory from the jaws of defeat. And so we'll make sure that we inspire our people, make sure that we deliver on our set objectives, we make sure that individuals involved in corruption and malfeasance, they don't have a space. I was very happy to hear that the Speaker of Parliament made it very clear that as Parliament, they'll make sure that the state capture outcomes must be followed. That as Parliament, they'll hold cabinet ministers accountable, irrespective of who is she. They will hold them accountable. That's the government that we want of the African National Congress. We want all senior people, all individuals must be held accountable within society. That's why society has lost confidence in us. But we are saying that even those who are implicated in VBS, those who are implicated in Mutlante report, in Dlamini Zuma report, they must not be in the ANC list of parliamentarians. We are saying that this Veterans League will make sure that we cleanse the ANC, we turn a new page of the African National Congress and unite the country itself so that we can be able to deliver on our set objectives.
You speak about state capture, and the end of August is going to mark the official closure or the end of outgoing Chief Justice Raymond Zondo's 27-year reign in the judicial, in his judicial career. And much of what he is being lauded for is his handling of the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. Does it strike you as odd that, on the one hand, Justice Zondo marks the end of his judicial chapter, whilst on the other, former President Jacob Zuma officially marking the end of his many years, I think it was 6 decades, if I'm not lying, 6 decades serving in the ANC, and he chooses to go out in this way. What do you make of this coincidence between these two important eras, perhaps?
Yeah, it is a coincidence. It is a coincidence. It's true that Jacob Zuma, after serving the ANC for more than 60 years, and Chief Justice Zondo, having been in the legal fraternity for more than 27 years, and of course he was bold. I think we as veterans, we are taking our hat on Chief Justice Zondo because he was brave and he was committed to hold all individuals who are involved in state capture accountable. And we want all judges to do that, irrespective of who you are. And so we really commend the work that he has done, and we hope all other judges who are going to follow on his footsteps, they should make sure that the judiciary itself is not compromised. They should make sure that politicians, individuals are held accountable, because we as the African National Congress, we believe in the rule of law. We believe in the Constitution of South Africa. And so we really we respect what Comrade Zondo has done. And then, of course, we want all other judges to follow his example and be committed in ensuring that all members of parliament, all South Africans are held accountable, and that they must be able to follow the rule of law in the country itself.
Yeah. Final question to you, sir. And very briefly, if you can, I want to borrow from the words of the former Secretary General of the ANC, who now is its chairperson, Gwede Mantashe, when he said He once said, "There is no dustbin for a comrade." And I'm choosing this deliberately because former President Zuma once said that he will die an ANC member, but in this particular regard, he's chosen to not appeal his expulsion. I'm just wondering, when that day comes, and I don't want to really speak about death, but it is his words that he will die an ANC member. When that time comes, do you think that the ANC will really not bury him?
But he decided on his own that he should leave the African National Congress by establishing a different structure of the ANC, by establishing MK party itself, by ensuring that the legacy of the ANC itself, he stole it from the ANC. Of course, he won't be buried by the African National Congress, but he'll be buried by MK party. That's his wish. That's his wish. And it's unfortunate that it's going to end that way because he has defamed the African National Congress. And of course, he's an individual. When he joined the African National Congress, he joined the African National Congress as an individual. And so that's his choice. There's nothing that you can do. He has spent 60 years within the ANC, but his last 5 years has been disastrous, disastrous. And so I don't think we as African National Congress will be proud to associate ourselves with him because he destroyed the economy, destroyed the party itself. He made sure that we don't get majority in parliament. And so why should we be proud of him? And so that was his choice. And so there's nothing we can do about it. But we as African National Congress, we're not there to condemn individuals. We're there to rebuild the ANC and make sure that we win the 2026 elections, to make sure that the ANC regain the trust that it has lost with society.
Dr. Snuki Zikalala, Veterans League, President of the ANC, thank you very much for your time.